It's time for your September market update, and this back to school market is a sweet one. Hey everybody, it's Alyson with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. Let's dive right into these September numbers. We saw 3,650 homes go under contract last month. This is exactly the same spot we were in last month, but it is up 10.5% from last year. There were 3,500 closings this month. That's only 100 fewer than the month before, roughly a 3% change month over month. Compared to this time last year, though, we are down 6%. 4,700 new homes hit the market, 300 fewer than where we were last month. That puts us down 5% month over month. We're also down 4% year over year on new listings. Months of inventory, we moved about a day or two, but really we stayed quite steady month to month. And the average days on market went up a full week to 37, and the median days on market went up 5 days to 21. All right, let's get to the good stuff, those September home prices. The average close price for all homes, $704,000. This is up $3,500 from the month before. Year over year, we're up 2.5%. The single family home price average is $793,000. It is up $9,000 from the month before, regaining the $9,000 loss from the previous month. Now, year over year, prices are only up 1%. The condo and townhome average price is $439,000. This is down $16,000 from the month before. This takes us down 3.5% month over month and down 7% year over year. Okay, over to those median home prices. The median price of all homes sold is $589,000. That's a decrease of $11,000 and down almost 2% month over month. We are still up 1.5% year over year. The median price for single family homes is coming in at $650,000, down $7,000 month over month. It drops us down about 1% month over month. Year over year, we're literally up just a couple $1,000s. The median price for condo and townhome also came down $16,000 to $395,000. This is down 4% month over month and down 5% year over year. Last, our list price to sales price ratio dropped 1.5% to 96.4. All right, so what are the nuggets? What are the takeaways in all of this for you? Well, first, let's start with condos and townhomes. I asked for last month, if you were watching, to tag along and see if we were catching on to a trend or we were seeing a blip, because we saw last month a sharp decrease in the average and median prices in condos and townhomes. And I was not sure if we were going to see just a one-time movement or if we were catching on to something that was going to keep going in a downward direction. Well, clearly, if we've lost $28,000 in 2 months, which is what we've seen, we are in a downward slide in the condos and townhomes. With us moving into the latter quarter of the year, I think we're not going to see a large shift back into a positive direction for condos and townhomes. So sellers, this is not the season to be getting top dollar for your townhome. If you are wanting top dollar, who doesn't, and you have the ability to wait, you would be best off to have your eyes on spring of 2025. Not everyone can wait. If you are going to be selling between now and year end, now and say February 2025, maybe the eye on your prize should be moving your townhome quickly. So then it's all about presentation, pricing, and that is going to be more of the name to your game than it is eyeing top dollar. Of course, top dollar in your relative market is achievable, but if you're wanting to get the most out of your townhome, then you might want to shift your eyes toward the peak of our market, which is more toward the springtime. Now, when we look at single family home price averages, those were up $9,000 this month after being down $9,000 the previous month. We are seeing some strong buyer activity as we've already gotten the kids back in school. We have a few months left before the holidays. This is a pretty normal thing here in the Denver market. You might think, well, gosh, if we already got everybody in school and we had the peak buying season, it's all downhill from here. Well, yes, the averages are that we go like this and then like this. However, once we hit Labor Day, there's this little push between Labor Day and just before Halloween where we see a big surge in activity where there's just a lot of people moving on, buying, looking, active, interested, and we're in that. We've got nice weather. We have rates that have come down. We're in the 6s. So there is a strong interest in the market right now. I have a listing that went under contract in 2 days. We had multiple offers. We sold to a cash buyer. I've got buyers who are looking right now who are 50% down on their product, which means they'll have no appraisal. They're very strong. They still lost out in a multiple offer situation. So there is a lot of activity, and this is a great time if you are already ready. You don't have time to prep your home, sellers, but if you're already ready and have been debating and you look good, if you're an easy button house, you could still move before year end if that was your goal. Now, lest I give lots of false hope that sellers, you have the upper hand in this market, buyers are generally still running the show. Let me give you the data that backs that up. We typically see homes go under contract and move all the way to closing without a lot of situations where the buyer backs out. In the COVID era, when buyers put a home under contract, less than 10% of those properties fell out and came back to market. In the years before COVID, 2013 to 2019, right? So we're out of the Great Recession era and we're coming up to the COVID years. The percentage of homes that would go under contract and then fall out was about 15%. Where we are today, we are at about 35% of homes go under contract, come back to market. That is a lot. And I've talked about this in some of the other market updates where I feel like buyers have their heads on a swivel and they will eyeball a home, they will go after it, they will put it under contract. And while they are in inspection, they are still looking, they are still shopping, they are still eyeing another home. They may have a contract written and then they go, oh, did you just see the one that came on market? I want to go see that one too, because I know they said they like our offer. I know we're in negotiations. I know we're in a counter, but gosh, I really like that one. It has that 5th bedroom. Oh, it has that 4th garage bay. Oh, it has that 1/4 acre lot. You name it, whatever they want. They are pivoting hard and fast because of so much inventory compared to where the Denver market has been for so long. So we are right now at 35% failure rate, if you want to call it that, on homes that go under contract. So sellers, the buyers really do still rule things right now. We don't know how long this is going to last. I anticipate we're going to see a shift into next year as rates come down, more buyers come in the market. Sellers aren't necessarily going to be ready to move off those lower rates they have. We'll hit a tipping point later. I don't think it's going to happen in early mid-2025. On that note, I am being asked a lot in private conversations what my take is on the market looking ahead, the end of this year into 2025. And people want to know what they should do. Well, I wish I had a crystal ball. I do not. But I think we're going to have a very strong outing in 2025. I'm anticipating the Denver market to launch like a rocket out of the holidays, that we'll have a strong January, a strong February. That is not uncommon here at all. There are times when it does not happen, but I would say a strong January and February is more common than not. And here are the reasons why I think we are going to see that next year. I'm anticipating a quiet end of year. We're going to finish up this fall push and we're going to head into elections. And that's going to quiet things down more than we usually have because this is obviously a cyclical event. It quiets down the markets. It's a world event, not just a national event, and things are going to hunker down a little more than they usually do. Once the elections are over, things go back to normal. It really doesn't matter which party comes into office. University studies have proven that, and anecdotally, for those of us who are in this industry, we see the same thing. It does not matter what the results are. It's just everything leading up to it quiets us down. 2, after that, we go right into the holidays. When people have time to rest, reflect, spend time with loved ones, they are thinking about what is next. What does the new year hold? What does this next phase of life hold? Was my house too small to host family? Do I want a family? Do I want to keep being at this job? Do I want to live here? Would I rather live somewhere else? Do I want to get healthy? Will I ever go to a gym, or do I like to hike? Whatever it is, people spend a lot of their downtime reflecting. And the holidays in particular, because it's a new year, right? We're always thinking of newness at the new year. I will tell you, I talk to so many people around and right after the holidays, and we see a push into the real estate market because where we live, the life we have, the lifestyle we have, the future we have before us, there's a lot of time spent thinking of that when we are in the holiday season, the New Year season, and with families. 3, rates are trending downward. I mean, they already are. We had a high of about 8. We moved to 7, and we're now below 7 in and around the low mid 6s. And the feds have said that trajectory is going to continue. So we come past election, past the holidays, into a new year with rates trending downward. And there is a sweet spot, a transition point between catching a home you love that's priced low in the off season versus catching it on the upswing in the spring season when rates are lower, but buyer demand pushes up and the prices move. So we have people who are looking to move and buy before the rates decrease, but prices increase. And 4th, Denver has a strong job market. ADP just came out with an evaluation of 55 metro areas, and Denver ranked number 1. We continue to stay top of our game in terms of job diversity, pay, and that draws people in. So the more we're drawing people in, the more demand we have for housing. So my expectation is that we are going to come out of the holidays like a rocket. When that happens, it changes the price trajectory for spring, meaning we shot up in January, we shot up in February faster than the years where it's slow, which means home prices in March, April, and May are higher than where they would be on a year where January and February are slower. That's what I'm anticipating. I could be wrong. I never get this perfectly right because I don't have that crystal ball, but that's what my instincts are telling me we're going to see when we move into next year. Thank you so much for joining me for this month's market update. If you have questions about the market or want to see how to use it to your advantage to buy a home or sell a home here in the Denver area, please reach out. You know, I always love to connect. And I will see y'all next week.